What can your 2-year-old be learning or working on doing independently? So I first want to say every 2-year-old is unique and they're going to grow and develop at their own pace. Also, a 2-year-old could be a 24, 25-month-old. It could be a 34, 35-month-old. Those are huge, huge differences. So early 2 versus late 2, completely different. They're just some ideas and suggestions. These are not a comparison or a judgment by any means. And these are also things to be working towards slowly and over time. Do not expect your child to get one of these skills after doing it one time. That is not realistic, and we need to be realistic for our little ones. So let's first start with toddler self-care. This is taking care of themselves and their bodies. This would be working on dressing themselves. They're probably not experts yet, but can they dress themselves? Maybe they have trouble getting their clothing on, but can they easily get it off? Can they put their clothing in their hamper? Can they brush their hair, brush their teeth? When you're leaving the home, do they put on their shoes? Maybe that's still tough, but can they at least take them off? Same with the jacket. There's a lot of resources for how to get jackets on. There's different tricks, but can they at least get their jacket off? These are all skills they can be working towards getting more comfortable with and more independent with over time. A final one also for those that are still in diapers is after a diaper change to throw away their own diaper. I love that. I always have done that with children, and I think it's a great skill for a little bit of like accountability of like, this was mine, it is my trash, I will take care of it. Love that one as they get older and are able to handle it. When it comes to household tasks, these are not necessarily chores for your child. They are coming along with you throughout your day typically, and it's including them. It's welcoming them. Unloading the dishwasher, I will let my little one put away their own cups, plates, and like utensils, bowls, things like that. So obviously it's very much assisted. We don't have ours in a very accessible place, so I do have to help them, but they love doing it. They feel very proud of themselves for doing it. When it comes to the kitchen, they could take their plate to the sink, their cup to their sink, their silverware. They might wipe their spot if you give them a wet rag. They may sweep under their chair when the meal is over. Ours loves helping with laundry. They will help put their clothes in the hamper, like I mentioned before. They will carry their hamper to the laundry, drag their hamper to the laundry. They like to throw the clothes in the washer with a little bit of assistance. And then when I transfer clothes from the washer to the dryer, I will intentionally drop all the socks on the floor. They get to put those in the dryer. They get to push the button. And then later when the clothes are dry, they help with sorting. They'll help sort and organize socks. They will sometimes help with passing mom a hanger every time I have a shirt to hang up and things like that. And then even sometimes I'll let them drag the clothes to their room or take a pile of socks and carry them to their room to put away. And again, a lot of assistance, but they get so much pride in doing this and learning to help out and contribute to the home. Some other things would be like washing windows or dusting. If they see me doing that, I don't make them do it, but they often want to be included. So I will welcome them and give them their own dust rag, their own cloth, and let them jump right in. So time in the kitchen with meal times. I mentioned some of the things they can do for cleanup, such as taking their plate to the sink or wiping up their spot and cleaning under their chair, but also we need to make sure that we are learning how to use a fork and a spoon. If they are 2, that is a skill to start working on and mastering. It takes time and it takes effort, but ideally you're beginning it now if you haven't already. Playtime. At 2, we're sorting by color, we're stacking blocks, we're singing songs, we are getting a little bit of imagination play, maybe a little bit of independence if possible, and we're also cleaning up our toys when we are done. Are we perfect at any of these? Absolutely not. But are we able to do them at least some of the time? Ideally, yes. When it comes to 2-year-olds and verbal milestones, again, gonna depend on if they're an early 2 or a late 2, but we would like to at least have 2-word phrases since we are 2. So this would be like, up, mom, or bye, dad, more food. Just a 2-word phrase, not a full-on sentence. Some words they may be saying or things they might be doing would be like animal noises, like, farm, what does a pig say? What does a duck say? Those sort of things. Singing songs, maybe starting to recognize their shapes and colors, again, depending on their young 2 or an old 2. Household items, they should know what certain things are. Like if I said, go get the broom, ideally my 2-year-old knows what the broom is. So just learning what items are, what a chair is, cup is, and saying these words. So we're getting there on that. Another thing to work on that you may forget to work on at times is feelings. So this can be emotional feelings like sad or hungry, but it could also be things like cold or hot. So working on those like non-visible things, you can work on your colors and your shapes and all that because they're very visible to us, but don't forget those feelings and trying to explain and describe those. It can be challenging, but there's so many things to work on. And honestly, if you just look around your house, you're going to come up with more and more all the time. I am a huge proponent of trying to get my little ones to talk. I don't know that that's always the right thing. And obviously every child is very unique and different. I think understanding your child can eliminate a lot of meltdowns. People say the terrible 2s and tantrums. I think a lot of that is just miscommunication. It's they know what they want. We don't know what we're not communicating properly. So I'm a big fan of using some baby signs if needed and just understanding your child. Maybe everybody else doesn't, but at least you understanding what they want and what they need. So I'm a big fan of those verbal milestones and working on that. Read a lot of books, talk through your day, do a lot of narration. To keep it simple, go room by room in your house and think about ways to include them and ways to foster their independence and their learning. Don't hold them back. I think that's the hardest thing is we want to do things on our own because it's faster and it's easier. Don't do that. What's the hurry? Go slow, go at their pace, and include them and help them feel a part of the family and like they have that responsibility, that independence, and that autonomy in your home. Honestly, there's so many things for our children to learn that as long as you're trying, I'm sure they're learning a ton. And these are just some friendly reminders to maybe think about an area that you haven't been working on currently and to add that into your routine. When you make these things part of your routine, it's very easy to hit them every single day. And then you work towards those ultimate goals. If you like content like this, I would love to subscribe to my channel. If you want to comment anything, leave a like. If you want to come back, I would love to see you with the next video. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you then.